All right, we are live. December 2nd, time to make some calls. Just waiting for this thing to load. Is you with me or what? Like a train. Shit is fucking slow as fuck. Thing takes forever to resync, man. What the hell? The fuck is wrong with this thing? The fuck is wrong with this thing? Finally. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Brent. Hello, Cecil.
Who?
I was looking for Cecil.
Nah, you got a wrong number.
Okay, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Hello, Richard. Richard. Hello, hello, George.
Yes, sir.
Hey, George. This is Jake. I was just giving you a call about your property on Miami Church Road. I was just seeing if you had any interest in selling that property.
I can't right now. We have another piece of property we may sell,
Mm-hmm.
but not. They're not to wait a few days. My mother-in-law just died, and we've got to deal with this right now.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Was that kind of what you were referring to when you said not right now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I appreciate your time, George. Would it be worth us maybe following up in the future sometime?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay. Okay, you thinking maybe a few weeks or a few months or
Yeah, a week or so.
okay. All right, George, I appreciate your time and I'm sorry for your loss.
That's all right. You'll be okay.
All right, George. Well, I can give you a call in about a week or so, all right?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay. You think I should maybe wait till after the holidays or maybe 2 weeks?
That'd be good. Yeah, I think that'd be better.
Yeah, yeah.
Figure out what we're gonna do.
Okay, awesome. Well, all right, George. I appreciate your time, and we'll talk in the near future.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye. Hmm.
Hello,
Hello, Sandra?
can I help you?
Yeah, hey, Sandra. This is Jake. I was just giving you a call this morning about the property on Lenox Avenue. Just seeing if there was any interest to sell that property.
Not at this time.
Okay. And when you say at not at this time, would it be worth us following up sometime in the future?
You can.
Okay. You thinking maybe months or maybe years, or what's your time frame looking like?
Um, maybe a year.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I can definitely do that. I appreciate your time, Sandra.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I should have dove deeper, but they said a year. It's like, man, it ain't even worth it. but it never rains in Southern California. Hello, Dale.
Hello. Okay. Hey, how you doing?
Doing wonderful, Dale. How about yourself?
Who am I speaking with?
Yeah, Dale, my name is Jake. I was just giving you a call this morning about your property on Bruton Drive. I was just seeing if you had any interest in selling that property.
We might.
Okay, you might. Have you thought about it before?
Yeah, we talked about it. We wanted to, but we couldn't find nowhere to go.
Okay. Were you wanting to stay in Concord?
It's out of limits.
Okay. Gotcha.
Are you with a real estate company or?
Yes, sir. We're like a local investment company, and we're just looking to buy houses and just seeing if there was any interest from you to sell your property.
Well, not at no tax value, and the only way I'd sell it be with market value, because there's nothing wrong with it. And we just remodeled it a few years back, and I'd have to have market value for it.
Gotcha. Yeah, and then we might not be the best fit for you then. Is there like a realtor you work with, or do you do like a for sale by owner?
I know what my market value is. I know what Zoo Willis says it's worth, and we had it evaluated and stuff and everything. So I'd have to have market value and everything, because it's not costing me that but a little bit of tax money, and
yeah,
I wouldn't take anything less than market value.
Yeah, I hear you. Good condition. You just remodeled it. Okay, awesome. Yeah, well, I know I kind of called you out of the blue, but I definitely appreciate your time. I don't think we'd probably be the best fit for you. But did you maybe know anybody looking to sell? Anybody?
No, I sure don't.
Okay. Did you maybe have any other properties still?
No, I sure don't.
Okay, gotcha. Well, look, Dale, I definitely appreciate your time and your transparency. It definitely means a lot.
All righty. Have a good day.
Yes, sir, you do.
Uh-huh.
Please don't forget me. How the fuck's it doing that?
Hello.
Hello, James?
Hello.
Hello, James, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, who's this?
Yeah, James. My name's Jake. I was just reaching out to you this morning about the property on Freedom Drive, just seeing if there was any interest for you to sell that property.
Yeah, it's for sale right now. Market analysis value cash. I own it.
Okay, you have this, you got it listed on the market.
No, I just word of mouth. I've been here for 30 years. I'm 66 years old, but if somebody wants to write me a check, I'll sell it.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so I mean, it sounds like you're not super
About
interested.
$249,000. That's what the last time I checked the market analysis was. Might have gone up, might have gone down, but that's what I want for it.
You said 249,000. Okay, gotcha. I mean, if you got a few minutes, I'd like to ask you a few
I
questions.
know it's Friday. It's Friday, and I'm working.
Okay, I totally
I mean,
understand.
I got a couple minutes. What do you want to know? I mean, I'm selling it as is. Everything about it you can see on public record.
Yeah, I would just.
I'll tell you this: it's 0.67 acres. I believe it doesn't say 0.67 on Zillow or whatever, but it's 0.67 acres, corner lot. A lot of building going on around here. It'd be great for investment property. If I was 66, I'd just sit on it for a couple more years and sell it for about $750,000.
Mhm.
But that's that's the deal. I have 10 people call me a day. I don't know why I even answer the phone really, because your phone's at spam risk.
Oh, really?
But,
That's not good. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm glad I got you on the phone though. Well, let's see, James. Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, if you had a I can go quick. I know you said you're at work, but if I could just get a little more familiar with like the interior condition, and kind of overall like what you're looking to do. I mean, kind of based off that. I mean, we could present you the offer.
Doesn't matter what I'm gonna do, but I'll tell you what the inside is.
Mhm.
Got two bathrooms, bath and a half, living room, dining room, kitchen, hall, new roof, 10-year-old heating unit. You got two-car garage, which there's never been a car in. Outside, standing free. I use it as a shop. I own a construction company.
Okay.
And then you need new windows, new carpet. I just bulldoze the place and sell it.
Okay, so you're saying,
That's what I'm going to do. That's why I don't have it on the market. I have so many people call me every day about this property. Somebody's going to buy it, and I'm not in a hurry to sell it. I own it. I don't have a payment.
okay, I hear you. Yeah. I mean, have anybody else give you any offers?
I've got a lot of pennies. Had a couple 200,000, a little bit more. It's not a fire sale. I don't need to go anywhere.
Gotcha. So you own this property free and clear, no mortgage?
No mortgage at all.
Gotcha. And you mentioned you got some offers kind of in like the low 200s, and you said you're looking for 249. I'm just trying to think of how we.
There's some builders around here building multifamily units and single family units. I've hit them with rock. Lots of units going up, lots.
Mhm.
And one of them's going to come by my corner. All I got to do, I'm going to wait till February and stick a sign out front. Somebody's going to buy it.
Gotcha. I guess I'm trying to think of how we could differentiate ourselves. So I mean, if you did sell this property, did you already have another property you were gonna move into?
It doesn't matter. To you, it doesn't matter. What's your name?
Yeah, my name's Jake.
All right, Jake. It's really, that's.
Yeah.
I appreciate you asking, but you don't need to know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to do all kinds of things.
Yeah. Well, the reason I was asking is because I was gonna see if we could maybe structure something a little creative, and I was just seeing what all you would need maybe to get into a new property. I mean, just seeing the thing I'm thinking of right now is.
I'm not willing to jump through any hoops, and if I go through you, there's always a price to pay. Somewhere along the way, I'll end up paying you for relocating me. But I'll tell you this: I want a half-acre land. I want a freestanding home with a freestanding garage. Yeah, all this I'm gonna build. I can build it, But you want to find me a piece, go ahead. But you might be too late. And really, I don't feel like riding around looking at stuff either. When I sell this place, I'll go buy me a piece of land, have a place built in about 2 months.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I was thinking of something along the lines like a seller finance deal, but that might not be the best for you. You would probably want the whole cash offer up front, right?
Oh yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that wouldn't be a good fit for you then. Well, gotcha. Well, I'll be honest with you, James. I don't know if we would be able to come up to your 249 right now. I mean, I think your best bet is probably just hanging on to it until the time's right for you to just kind of, like you said, put the sign out in front and maybe even put it on the market on like Zillow and some of those other sites. And I think that's kind of your best bet. I mean, you have no mortgage, you're in no hurry. I just don't think we'd be the best fit, but I definitely appreciate your time, James.
No problem, Jay. Yeah, man. Listen, have a good weekend.
Yeah, yes, sir. You have a great weekend and a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
And thank you, and the same to you.
Yep. All right. Take care. Don't forgive me. Don't forgive me. Hello, I was looking for Billy Joe.
This is Billy Joe. How can we help you?
Hey, Billy Joe, this is Jake. I was just reaching out to you this afternoon about the land on Windcrest Avenue. I was just seeing if you
Yes,
had
sir.
any. I was just seeing if you had any interest in selling that.
You're out there thinking about it.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, when you say thinking about it, I guess what would get you interested to sell it?
It's not going. It's just sitting there. So, um,
Okay,
yeah, I'll sell it.
okay. I mean, were you planning on holding it and building on it in the future, or I don't know. I was
No,
just
sir. No, we lived in a house that the land connects to, and we bought the land so it would make our backyard bigger. But we have moved. We built us another house somewhere else, and we've moved. So that piece of land is just, like I said, it's just sitting there. Not gonna do anything with it. But I'm willing to go ahead and sell it.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I didn't want to like try and convince you to sell it. I was just trying to get a better understanding kind of what your intentions were. But I mean, if you are interested in selling it, I mean, we're a local home buying and land buying company, and definitely interested in seeing what you got. So I mean, it sounds like you might be at work, but if you did have a few minutes, Billy Joe, I mean, I would just like to kind of ask you a few questions about it and kind of about the situation and the utilities, and kind of based off that, I mean, we could present the offer if it makes sense, and if it's something you want to move forward with, we can discuss the next steps. I mean, if it's not something you're interested in at the moment, we understand. We don't buy every property we talk to. Does that sound all right?
Right. Yeah, that sounds good. We can.
Okay, gotcha. So, from what you told me so far, I mean, you bought the land kind of to make your backyard bigger, but you no longer live there. Um, so, I mean, what's going on with that house that's there?
It's already been sold.
Okay, so the house was sold, but the lot is still there.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. And I mean, as far as like utilities go, does it have like city water access, city sewer access?
It does. There used to be a house there, and they tore the house down. So it's not. It's just a piece of land now.
Okay, gotcha. So the house
Yeah.
was torn down. Gotcha. And as far as like the other utilities, was there like electrical, and I'm assuming there was electrical, and was there gas or anything like that?
I don't know about the gas part, but I know there's electrical.
Okay,
I'm not
gotcha.
positive about the gas.
Okay, gotcha. And let's see. And then yeah, you're looking to sell it. I mean, well, let's see. Um, I guess my question is, would there be like any other like decision makers you'd have to talk with if we were to present you with the offer today, or I mean, would you
No,
be ready to make?
it's just myself.
Okay, gotcha. And let's see. Have you maybe like talked with anybody else? I mean, I know I kind of called you out of the blue and stuff, but have you talked to anybody about selling it before?
I actually had two people to call me yesterday afternoon asking about the property.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, the reason I was kind of asking was I just didn't know if you had a like a ballpark price range in mind you were looking for.
Um, looking at possible 60,000, 60.
Okay, 60K, gotcha. Gotcha. And did you have like a certain like timeline where you were looking to maybe close on it?
No, there's no certain time.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see. Gotcha. Just kind of writing this down real quick.
No, you're fine. Take your time.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, definitely glad we got a hold of you today, Billy Joe. I mean, we just closed on I mean, a few houses, and we're kind of looking to reallocate those funds. I mean, if we were able to make you like an offer today, would you be able to make a decision today, or you think you need some time to think about it?
I should be able to make a decision.
Okay, awesome. Well, I sent my our land buying specialist a message. She's in another room, and she'd be the one to make you the offer if you got a few more minutes. She would just kind of ask you a few more specific questions, and then based off that, she would be able to make you the offer. Her name's Ella. If you had like maybe 5-10 more minutes.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, but I'm actually gonna be doing a car inspection while I'm talking. Okay.
Okay, fair enough. Let me go get her from the other room real quick and just bring her on the line for you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, 1 second. I'll put you on a quick hold, and then I'll be right back.
Okay. Hello.
Hey, Ella. Okay, this lady, let's see. There was a house. She used to live in the house there, but they sold the house, but they still got the land. She said they bought that land, like kind of to make their backyard bigger, but they sold the house, but the land was still in their name. But I mean, she said, yeah, I mean, we're kind of looking to sell. I mean, she doesn't sound super motivated, but I came in cold. The cold calling team, I think, talked to her a few days ago. And she said she's looking for 60K. It's got city water, city sewer, electrical lines. I mean, sounds like it's in a neighborhood. Pretty much her motivation is like they no longer live there, and I just don't think she really has any need for it. She said she doesn't have any plans to develop it, and yeah.
Oh, bring her in.
Hey, Billy Joe.
Yes.
Hey, Billy Joe. I got our land buying specialist. Her name's Ella. She's gonna take care of you from here. But it was a pleasure talking with you.
Thank you. Pleasure talking to you.
Hi, Billy Joe. This is Ella. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. You?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Billy Joe, Jake was letting me know that you're looking to sell this land property that you have on Windcrest Ave in Gastonia. Have the right address there?
Yes, 1709.
1709. Yes, perfect. Billy Joe, what I want to do is maybe confirm some of the details that Jake shared with me. I apologize maybe if things sound a little bit redundant. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful. So I have the address here, and he also mentioned to me that there used to be a house there, but it was torn down. Got it. And it does have access to city water and city sewer there, right?
As far as I know, yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. One of the things that I'm looking at right now is that the lot size it's about 0.37 acres. Does that sound about right?
No.
Is it a little bit bigger, smaller?
Smaller.
Smaller, okay. Let me take a look at it. How much smaller do you think it is?
I'm not really sure, but it's I mean, I know it's not an acre, but I don't know what size the lot is.
Maybe did I said maybe I missaid it. I said 0.37 acres, so it's like a little bit less than an acre.
Okay, I got you.
I apologize about that.
I thought you said 37 acres, and I was like, no.
right? If it was 37 acres.
Lord, yes.
Oh man, that's funny. Okay, just wanted to make sure. I was actually just pulling it up right now, also on the city website, just to make sure. But as I pull it up here, it does look like it's 0.37. Perfect. So okay, so I'm taking a little bit of a deeper dive into this. I'm gonna maybe ask you a couple more questions, Billy Joe, about the lot, and then from there I can present you an offer. Does that sound fair?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Now, I know you mentioned to Jake that there was a house on here before. Do you know roughly when that might have been?
What do you mean? What,
Like, was
what
it 10
kind
years
of
ago?
house?
Or no?
Oh,
Like when you
when,
went there?
okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's probably been about 15.
Okay. 15 years. Yeah, the reason why I asked is, you know, sometimes if like the house has been was there, you know, anywhere from 10 to 15 years, the taps might still be good in regards to water and sewer. If it was, sometimes we've heard 40, 50 years ago if the house was there, we know that we're gonna have to probably put in new lines. But for this one, it sounds like it's a little bit older, but not bad. I think that the lines should be pretty much good on this one from what I'm hearing. Now, let me see here. Now, in regards to the ownership of the lot, do you own it with anybody else right now?
No, ma'am. My husband passed away December the 26th of last year. So I actually, I'm the only one on it.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Okay, I see where you're coming from. Now, and do you still live in Gastonia, or I don't know, I don't think I mentioned or asked you this question, but do you live in Gastonia as well, or no?
I actually live in Dallas, so we're just
okay.
next door. Yeah, Dallas, North Carolina.
Yeah, not too far.
Yeah.
Okay, literally. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of chatting with you. I'm looking at the zoning. And then based off the zoning, I can figure out, what we can do on the lot. And from there, I can see, I know that you're asking for, what was it again, 60,000 on the lot?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me see. Are you kind of workable on that number, or how do you feel about it?
Just depends on what's offered. I mean,
Yeah, I get you. Well, this is what I can tell you. It looks like the lot is an RS8. What that means is that you can probably, or not probably, but what the city allows is up to 8 houses per acre. Or basically 8,000 square feet per house. And as I'm looking at this one, it looks like potentially 2 houses can be built on it. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Oh, good. So we're on the same page with that. So that's it. At least that's what I'm able to kind of pull up based off of what I'm seeing on the GIS for the count of the city. Now, is there a specific reason that you're even maybe kind of considering, selling it versus maybe trying to build on it?
Well, we just built us a new house. It's been 5 years ago, so I'm not going to do anything with that land. And just like I had told the guy that I spoke with just a second ago, we had bought the land because it bumps up to our backyard just to make our yard bigger in the back. That's the reason why we bought it. Yeah. To keep anybody from building on top of us. And then, like I said, we decided to build us a new house, so that's what we've done.
Got it. And, at the end of the day, you're not living there anymore, so it has no use for it, if I'm understanding it correctly.
Yes, ma'am, that is correct.
So did you ended up selling that other house, or you still own it, or you have it as a rental?
It's been sold.
Oh, got it. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Now, my only, concern, Billy Joe, I guess, is the price. Just because I know, we do buy a lot of land in Gastonia, and basically anything within 2 hours radius of Charlotte. So I know roughly where my finance manager needs to be, give or take, on a lot. And I know that typically on something like this, he feels more comfortable per lot. And that's why I like to look at the zoning and seeing what we can do. Since we can most likely build 2 houses on here, the way he looks at it is that per lot, he likes to be within this area at give or take about $10,000 a lot. So on this one, we would be give or take around 20 for the whole thing. And I know you're asking for 60. I don't know if that at all, makes sense for you, or if you'd rather keep it, or where you stand on that.
Yeah, I think I'll hold on to it for now. Yeah.
No, I get you. And, things might go up a little bit more, depending on, hopefully the market turns around. Right now it's not the hottest, but hey, there's, if anything that goes down has to come back up as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me ask you this, is there like a bottom number that you'd be willing to at least kind of maybe, I can always take it to my finance manager and see, what he thinks about it. I just know 60 won't work unless you really stuck on the 60.
Just kind of throw the number out there just to see where I kind of stand. I don't know, just see if he'll go any more, and then we can maybe talk about it.
Yeah, I get you. It sounds like, kind of keeping the property is not like a crazy deal for you. It sounds like you'd be okay kind of keeping it. But, from what I'm hearing, I just, it sounds like maybe the best option for you is just to kind of keep it for maybe a couple more years. Maybe things change, and if we can come up, we'll reach out to you. Or if, for whatever reason, maybe you say, hey, I definitely have to kind of let go of this piece of property, feel free to reach out to us. Actually, if you'd like, I can actually shoot you a quick text message. So you have maybe a number to kind of get back to us at, or shoot us a text message at. And then I can go from there. But in the meantime, Billy Joe, do you have any questions for me about anything?
No.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a blessed day.
You too. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Happy holidays. Bye-bye.
The subscriber you have dialed is not in service. If you feel you've received this message in error, please hang up and try your call again later. Message MA.
Hello?
Hello, Deborah.
Yes?
Hey, Deborah. My name's Jake. I was just reaching out to you this afternoon about the property on Caldwell Street in Gastonia. Just seeing if you had any interest in selling that land.
I cannot find the deed to that land, sir. I done told everybody that called me. My mother died last year. All my mama's siblings are dead. And my uncle was paying the taxes on that until he had moved to Charlotte or whatever it is. She paid it. Well, he died too. So my mother was the last living child, and then she died. And I have no idea where the deed is to that property.
Okay. I mean, is it still is the title still in your name, or is it in like a in a trust or something?
It is in my, I know it's in my uncle, I want to say it was in Uncle Columbus Robertson. And that was my grandmother and grandfather's house.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even understand how he wound up with his name on it because he had moved to Charlotte when he was real young.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he died over in Charlotte years ago. Heck, he's been dead, I know, 20 years or more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to locate a deed to that house, and then we'll take and try to go from there, sir. That's all I can do. Because I have no idea where the deed to that property is.
I mean, I think. Sorry to cut you off. I was just gonna say, I don't think getting like the paperwork, the deed, as far as like the paperwork, I don't think that should be too big of an issue. I mean, I think the real thing to determine would be who has title of the property. And I mean, it sounds like would you have been one of the heirs to the property? I can pull it up real quick on Gaston County site.
Well, for one thing, my mother was the last living child, and she died last year in April. So after that, there was no more siblings, and the reason she had left me her home and everything she had came to me, not because she loved me any more than the rest of the children. She knew that I would be the one that wouldn't put up no argument with them about it or wouldn't let them live there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But as far as Caldwell Street, I don't know what to tell you, sir. I have no idea how to go about selling that property, keeping that property, still transferring that property. I don't know nothing about all that.
Okay, well, I mean, let's just say hypothetically you did have the deed and you did have the ability to sell it. I mean, would you be interested in selling it, or would you want to keep it and build on it, or what would be your plans?
My plan would be to sell that, and I would take what I get and split it with my siblings. I wouldn't just sell it and take all the money from me, because if I have other siblings, which they wouldn't be putting up no fuss about it or nothing like that, I just know that would be the right thing to do to me. I'm not greedy for no money.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me see. I mean, I just pulled it up on Gaston County, and it says the current owners are Columbus Robinson heirs. So I think you said that was your grandfather, correct?
No, Columbus was my brother, and he didn't have no heirs. When he died, he didn't have no heirs. Everything he had went to his siblings. Sure did. Yes, everything my Uncle Columbus had went to his brothers and sisters. My mom, it was my mama, my Aunt Emma, my Aunt Mildred, my Aunt Laura,
and his brothers that was living at the time, I want to say was Uncle, I can't even, let me think. Okay, Uncle, I think Uncle Eddie had already died. So it had to be Uncle Jude. Everything Uncle Clement said went to them to me because he didn't have no heirs.
Okay. Well, how about this, or Deborah? My apologies. How about I do some research on it and just see if we can find out who's got the actual title for this property, and I can get back with you if I find something out, and we can kind of go from there.
Okay, then we'll do that. You just let me know because, like I said, the property is sitting there. It's not doing anybody any good. It ain't none of us gonna build on that property again. No. We're not gonna be doing all that. So if you would just get back in contact with me, let me know. We go from there.
Okay, awesome. Well, I appreciate your time. This is Deborah, correct?
Yeah, this is Deborah.
Okay, gotcha. Well, all right, we can do some research and then get back to you.
Every time you be required anything about that house, my family gives you my name and number, don't you?
Yeah, that's how we got it. I mean, your number is tied to it. That's why I think if we do some research, we can find. I think you do have some. I mean, there might be other people on the title or something, but I don't think like the fact that you lost. I mean, the actual paper deed is that big of an issue. I mean, I think we can always get another one of those. I think it's just kind of determine who has the title of it.
Yeah, well, like I say, my mother was the last living sibling, and my other Clemens have he had when he died over there in Charlotte, everything he had was split it among his sisters and brothers because he didn't have any children. He had no heirs. And when people were saying heirs, I kept trying to figure out what were they talking about because, like I said, even when he died, I'm quite sure it's come up in the court that everything he had was split it up between his brothers and sisters.
Yeah. Well,
so you can investigate that to know that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds like you are interested in selling it. We just kind of got to get to the bottom of the title issue. So I can do some research, Deborah, and then we can get back with you once we find out some more information.
Okay, but when you be calling my phone, it be saying a scam call, and I normally don't even answer the phone for a scam call. I really don't.
Yeah, well, I'll look into that. Well, I appreciate you telling me that.
So you probably been calling me for a long time, and when you say scam call, I don't even answer.
I think this is the first time I've called you, so, but
Oh, okay, then I didn't know because I don't never answer them calls. Okay, well, you go ahead and investigate, do what you got to do, and get back with me.
Awesome. All right, Deborah, thanks for your time.
You have a blessed day.
Yep, you too. Bye. Hello, Tony.
Yeah, hold on one second. Okay, I'm sorry. I was outside. I had to come in.
Oh no, you're good. How was the trip?
It was good, man. My daughter lives down there, so we usually go down there and go hiking. We went up in the Shenandoah Mountains.
Awesome. Yeah, hopefully it was still real pretty out there before the leaves came down.
Yeah, it came down, but we still enjoy the view and the hiking.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I had my wife on the call also. Her name's Maria.
Okay. Yeah. I had called your son about a week or so ago and about the property on Allen Street. I'm not sure if this is the same one.
Yeah.
Okay, it is. Gotcha. So 40 Allen.
40 Allen Street. That's correct.
Gotcha. Yeah, and he said he gave me both of y'all's numbers. So all right, glad I got both of y'all on the phone. So okay, so 40 Allen Street, y'all are looking to sell the project.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, Tony and Maria. So, kind of how this call will go, real quick, is just a few minutes of your time. Just kind of need to get a little more familiar with like the condition of the property and kind of what y'all are looking to do with it. And kind of based off that information, we can present you an offer if it makes sense. We can talk about the next steps. If it doesn't make sense for you, we understand. We don't buy every property who we come in contact with. Does that sound fair?
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. So, this property.
We've had another investment company that's also interested. That's why we're kind of familiar with the process.
Okay. So you already had an offer from them, you said?
Yeah, we got another. They're in Union. They're located in Union, so that's close to the property where I'm at. Where are you guys at?
Yes, sir. I mean, we got an office in Montclair, but most of our team, like two of our team members, are in like Woodbridge Fords area, right around there. Yeah, that's where we got a few team members around that area, and also kind of like the Montclair area. Okay, so you said you did have another offer on the table. Is there anything? Are you kind of just looking for some other offers right now, or is there something you didn't like about that offer?
No. I mean, we're not in a rush, so that's why we talked to my wife. You know what? If anyone else comes and offers me even more, I mean, I'll go with that too. So, we're not. There's nothing set in paper yet. We have our own lawyer, our own real estate lawyer, so we can make up. We can do the paperwork for it. So we pretty much know the process. Let's put it that way. So.
Okay.
Just now, looking for buyers, basically.
Okay, gotcha. And you said you're not in a rush, so I guess my question to that would be kind of what exactly does your timeline look like? I mean, sounds like you might need to move some stuff out, but kind of like what's your overall timeline for wanting to, I guess, get this process done?
We don't live at the property. That's my
Okay.
rental property.
Okay.
All I have is a garage stuff that I have to get rid of, but we don't have anything there. It's a rental property.
Okay, and then are there tenants in there currently, or?
Yeah. It's a two-family. You got tenants. You got one bedroom in the first floor, and one bedroom plus an attic on the second floor. So the third floor has an attic, a full enclosed attic, finished attic. But I always rent it as a one bedroom. And then it has a basement. It has a separate door for the basement, which is nice. And that's the furnace. And the reason why we're selling is we've had it for 34 years. So we're looking around 4 or 5 years to retire, and we're like, why don't we start looking into something? My kids don't even want to deal with it. They don't want it. They don't want it. So I'm like, okay. So my son has property already. My daughter has property. So they're saying it's yours. Whatever you guys want to do with it.
Awesome,
So we're
awesome.
like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, well, sounds like you did good with your properties then. Your children got some properties too, so sounds like you taught them well, but you're looking to get out of the landlord game, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm 60 now. I've done it for 30 years, 30 something years. I've done a lot of the work. It's got a new furnace, about 5 years old, so we put that in. It does have an oil tank, but the oil tank is empty, but it's still in the ground. So that's why I'm selling it as is, because I'm not about to start, taking that out. So that's why I'm selling it as is. And then it's got a 2-car detached garage. So,
Okay.
And the roof is pretty good, and the siding and the windows are awesome. They're still, double pane, so they're good too. So it's a good home. It's for investment, property, because we 30 years ago, we used to rent the second floor for like $350, $400. Today, I'm renting that second floor for $1,400. So, I mean, investing in properties is what we taught our kids, and that's why we're like, okay, we did it. Now we're ready to sell it.
Gotcha.
I'm thinking about moving south to Virginia. So if I do that, I would need a property manager, because I'm not going to be, taking care of the house or maintenance or anything like that. I'm not going to be doing that.
Gotcha. Did you do all the?
That's why now, you know what? Go ahead.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. I was just gonna say, have you done all the property management on your properties?
Basically, yeah. Yep. I've done that pretty much myself, except for if I need an electrician, or sometimes now I just get a plumber. I've done the plumbing myself. The second floor bathroom, I got a contractor to redo all the tiling and the tub and the plumbing. So the second floor bathroom is new. It was done in July, so that's new. And the kitchen is pretty good. Now the downstairs first floor has the original tiles. I don't know if you know the square 4x4, which you can't find anymore.
Okay.
So that bathroom would have to be redone, but as far as everything working, plumbing, everything's fine.
Okay, so that was the original tiles were in. You said that was in the first floor.
Yes, the first floor. That's one. And then the kitchen has cabinets, and the tiling in the kitchen is halfway all around, and it's the same thing. The tiles are the original. And then the living room, which could be used as either bedroom or living room, has a full fireplace with cabinets on the side, built-in cabinets with glass showers. So it's pretty cool. And the original wood on the first floor, I kept it on the framing or the wood around the windows is capped, but the windows in there.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so the property definitely needs a little bit of work, but I mean, it's still been livable condition for the tenants. I mean, as far as the tenants goes, what's their lease looking like right now?
Okay, the second floor is what, Maria? January, February, second floor is February. That was paying $1,400. And then the first floor tenant, we're in the process of removing for the process of eviction, because she hasn't paid, and I have a lawyer on that one, because I never get a lawyer, but like I said, I'm 6 years old, I'm not gonna be going to court, but I've gone to court so many times. I don't know if you know, but most of the time it's judgment for the landlord. It's not paying, it's pretty much, I start sitting right in front of me saying, hey, what do you have in your pocket right now? $50, $25, give it to them. And in 2 weeks, if you don't pay, you're evicted. So I'm not worried about the first floor tenant, but I just have to let you know that one is in the process of eviction, and I have to pay for it. Her lease is up in February, though.
Okay, gotcha. That definitely paints a good picture for me. And was there like a ballpark price range you were looking for?
I'm looking at
what you're saying, 290, but I know the house is about 300 right now. So it's as is, like you said, you're going to be putting some, a little bit of work into it, but it's not, like I said, it's not a lot. But I'm looking around 280. The bottom dollar, maybe 275.
Okay, gotcha. Well, awesome. Appreciate all that information. Yeah, we're definitely looking to buy some properties now. I mean, as far as your timeline goes, I know I kind of mentioned this earlier, but I mean, if we were able to make you an offer today, I mean, when would you want to make that decision? Would you be able to make a decision today?
Yeah, I just have to talk to my lawyer and get the paperwork. It might take, I don't know, a couple days, a week, something like that. But,
okay, guys.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Why not?
Okay, well, I just sent a message. I just sent a message to our buying specialist. She's in the other room. Her name's Ella. She's the one who would make you the offer on this one. If you got just a few more minutes, I can go get her from the other room and kind of I'll give her all the information you gave me, and based off that, she would just ask you a little bit more detailed questions, and then based off that, she can present you with the offer. If that sounds all right.
Right. And I also talked to my lawyer, and the document, the LC court document that I have, is transferable. And also the lawyer that I do have is going to serve her either today or Monday. It's going to serve her with an eviction notice by January 15th. So,
Okay.
like I said, it's not like we don't have this, it's not being taken care of today. So.
Okay. Well, let me go get Ella real quick out of the other room, and then I'll bring her on the line for you real quick. Okay, I'm gonna put you on a quick hold, and then I'll have her on the line here in a few minutes or a few seconds.
Yeah, okay. Or you can call me back. It's up to you, but you can call me back.
Yeah, I'll have her on the line here in about 20 seconds.
Okay, all right, no problem.
Hello?
Okay, hey, I tried to get plenty of good notes. They did say they have another offer. It's his wife, Maria. She's there too, but I've mainly been talking to Tony, but the wife's there too. He mentioned they're not in a super rush, but I mean, they're wanting to sell as is. They did have another offer. I mean, he's pretty much a retired landlord looking to retire and move to Virginia with some more of his family. He kind of does all the property management and looking for, he said 275 to like 290 around that price range. The first floor tenant is getting evicted here. They're serving the eviction notice in a few days. Second floor, February is when the lease ends. They're paying $1,400. He did mention they could make a decision today, but they might want to run it by their lawyer depending on how it goes.
That makes sense.
Okay, I'll bring one.
Bring him in.
Hey, Tony, Maria, I got Ella on the line. She is our buying specialist. She is going to take care of you from here, but pleasure talking with you.
All right, thank you, Jay.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Tony. Hi, Maria. How are we doing today?
Good. Ella, right?
Yes, Ella.
Okay.
How are both of you doing?
Good.
Oh, nice. What hikes were you doing in Virginia?
We were in Shenandoah. We did Rose River and Mary's Rock. It was pretty cool. You don't get to do it in the fall or the summer, but we still like to do it around the time.
And is that part of the, what is it, the trail? Yeah, that's part of the...
Yeah, the Shenandoah, yeah. It's the Shenandoah National Park. So they have, once you go in there, it's the station goes mountains. You go up there. It's a Skyline Drive. Yeah.
Wow. Do you do any hikes here in Thursday or no?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
wow. That's good.
Pretty exciting.
There's a beautiful hike. I don't know if you've ever been to it. Mount Tamani. It's very
Yeah.
close to the. Have you done that one?
That was our first one.
Oh wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's I think that's the one. That was the first one that I did right when I was in high school. And after that, I started just hiking literally everywhere I go. I always go for a hike.
You
But a
know
lot of
what's
people.
bad?
What is it? No, go ahead, sorry.
And after COVID, then all the places that we were going to was crowded. Before we wouldn't even pass anybody for like half an hour. And then everybody started doing hiking. We're like, oh no, it's good for them,
Yeah.
but not good for us.
I know, it's like you want it for yourself. But it's so funny because when I started, hiking back when I was in high school, it was like something that I honestly never heard of or like knew because none of my friends did it. And even here in Jersey, people are always saying like, oh, there's nothing, here that's nice and pretty. And I'm like, well, that's because you guys are staying within the city. But if you go out into like the mountains, it's called the Garden State for a reason.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you were out there hiking. I wish I was doing that too. Now I'm getting the itch of it. But okay, so going back to it, Jake was mentioning to me that you have this property here in Irvington. Sounds like you're looking to sell it. You have tenants there. One has a lease that is basically ending in the next 60 days or so, and then the other first floor tenant, you're in the process, or you're starting the process of the eviction, right?
I started back in April or May. I filed the paperwork,
Okay.
but so it's taking a little long because of COVID. But I called the other day and they said that they're doing in-house court dates also, so everything's moving a little bit faster. So I got a lawyer also that he's actually going to serve her either tonight or Monday to be out of there by January 15th. And
Okay.
yeah, and he has where we can offer her $1,200, which is $600 short of what she owes me as far as what she's paying. But because she's getting assistance, but she hasn't even paid anything, from that. So he put in the clause to get her out by January 15th, and if she doesn't, then we're going to proceed with the court. Which non-payment, I've always won my cases for non-payment. So it's not something that it's not, it is in the works. So it's something that eventually we're going to definitely, be evicting her.
Yeah, no, I get the bigger picture now. You've been going through the process since about April, May-ish, and now you're like at the tail end of finalizing everything else. Okay. Guys, I'm understanding the bigger picture. I also want to confirm, actually make sure that I have the right details from what Jake shared with me over here. So I do apologize, maybe if things sound a little bit redundant. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. So the exact address that I have is 40 Allen Street, and that's Irvington, right?
Yes.
And it is a two-family.
Yeah. A legal two-family.
Got it. Now, one thing that I want to make sure of, one of the things that I always want to double check is he put some notes here that there is an underground oil tank, but it was emptied. It's not being used at all anymore, right?
No. About 5 years ago, we converted the natural gas on the front.
Okay. I understand that. Okay, perfect. So I just wanted to make sure of that. Perfect. So, and he also mentioned to me that you basically kind of have an offer already that you're kind of considering at the moment. I haven't finalized or anything yet at the moment, right?
Right. We have another company that's interested, and so they have seen the place and they're interested in it. So I told my wife, well, we'll see if, but if nothing has been finalized. We have our own lawyer, real estate lawyer. So we would have to make print out the paperwork. I have a contract to do it. So
beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. So let me do this. I can ask you, if you still have a few more minutes, I can ask you more detailed questions about the property. And from there, I can present you an offer. If the offer makes sense for you, we'll talk a little bit more about like what the next steps could kind of look like. If the offer just really at all just doesn't make sense, you know, that's completely okay. You know, we don't really expect to buy every property that we make an offer on, right? Does that sound fair as well?
Sure.
Perfect. So going back to the condition of the property, you know, from the notes that I have here, looks like the property, the roof is in good condition. You did put a new furnace recently. And
Yes.
Perfect. Is actually the property, does it have central heat and central air?
No, it has radiator. So it's
Radiator. Okay.
yep, radiator heating, which is steam heating. It's one furnace. So I do pay for the actual heating. It's separate electric and gas for their stove and their electricity. But I have my separate gas meter for the furnace. So I pay for the heating. So it's only one furnace, but very easily, with my father-in-law, he does construction, he said very easily you can put a baseboard heating for the first floor, and that's the most efficient heating that you would do. You would get, and you probably get the smaller size furnace to do that. It's just that at the time I wasn't interested in doing that, and I was getting the money from the two apartments, and I was like, I'm fine. I don't need to install anything. I didn't want to put any more money into the property at the time.
Yeah.
But it's done. If you wanted to do baseboard heating on the first floor, very easy. From the basement, you just run the piping for the first floor, and you get a small furnace, and you can have each tenant pay for their own heating bill.
Got it. And the other utilities, like you mentioned, everything else is separate. It's only heating that is one furnace.
And water, of course. You know, the water and light is right.
Okay.
We're roughly about $54 a month.
Okay, perfect. Got it. And cooling, is it window unit?
Yeah. Yep. No AC. The windows, I was speaking, talking to Jake, that they're double pane and they're still very, very good. The siding is still good. And like I said, the roofs are still good.
Okay. Got it. Any major issues that you think would be important for us to know about the property? Leaks, plumbing issues, electrical issues, anything like that?
No, yeah, the water heater is the only thing I can tell you that where the connection goes, it's just a little bit of residue, and my plumber said, you could just change the pipe and the heater, the actual tank still works. So that would be something that, you want to change. No, my wife is saying, my wife is with me right now, her name's Maria, and she's telling me about the oil tank. I said, no, they know about the oil tank. I'll let you guys, right, it's in the ground, but like I said, it hasn't been used in 5 years, so that's something that, you can do down the road whenever you want to. And the two garages, but you said plumbing or anything like that, no, that's about the only thing that I would, consider later on, maybe changing the piping, and that's very simple. I do plumbing myself. But the water heater is still good. The water heater is still functional very well.
Okay. Got it. Okay, beautiful. And let me take a look at this. Now, in regards to, let me see here.
The garage,
yeah.
separate garage has electricity. The two doors will have to be changed, will have to be replaced. One is wood, and the other one is the regular aluminum propane, which I've done before. That was missing a panel, and this property, I don't know if you're aware, it's a double lot.
Okay, I'm looking at that right now.
Yeah, because you have the driveway on one side, and then on the left side you have grass. And none of those houses basically have that. You usually just have a driveway, and that's it. Or they don't have driveway. Some of them, they barely have a driveway on that block. It's a one-way street also, so no one really goes down that street. I mean, you can go anytime of day, at night, and it's a very quiet street.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
people are always asking me, want to rent an apartment when I have to rent. It's just that some of them don't qualify, or their background check is not that great, so I'm hesitant. But they always tell me, "Oh, we want it." Well,
Yeah.
you
They
understand?
need to qualify. Yeah, no, I get you 100%. You don't want to just get anybody in there.
Right.
And actually, one thing that I don't have is how many bedrooms and baths is in each unit.
Okay, the first floor is 1 bedroom. It basically has the bathroom, the kitchen. Now, this was converted into a 2-family. So then, where the dining room should have been, you can do it. You can do it those 2 things. You can make it into a living room or a bedroom, and then the living room has a full fireplace, a working fireplace, and it has, as you can imagine, it's like a cabinet, and the fireplace is brick, and then there's 2 cabinets built into the wall with two doors, 2 windows, like 2 shelves with doors. That's built into, and it's all hardwood floor, but I put the manufactured wood on top of it just to protect it because I'm sorry. And then the porch was converted into a room. When we used to live there, my daughter slept in there. So we converted that into a room. And then the second floor has basically this kind of the same setup. And the kitchen and the living room is one whole like big unit.
Okay.
That's right. It has glass. I have glass wall in the kitchen, like the glass bead wall for the backsplash. And then the bathroom has been redone in that second floor. So all the tiling, the floor, that has been redone. The bathroom, that was just done in July.
Okay.
And we have the 3rd floor, which is part of that second floor, which is an attic, which is the depth of the house. But it has the cathedral ceilings, if you know what I'm saying. Like it's on the side, it goes on a slant. So that room could be used as an office, entertainment room. You could make it a bedroom, but you would have to run from the second floor, the piping for the radiator. All you have to do is put a key in and run piping to the 3rd floor, and that could be a bedroom because then you have the heat.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I never rented as a 2-bedroom because then you have like people that want 4 or 5 people to move in. I said, no, it's just a 1-bedroom. Then they see the attic, and I'm like, oh, what? I said, yeah, this is a plus. This is part of the place.
Yeah. Got it.
So
that's a pretty good deal for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. So just to clarify, so then it's basically technically on paper it's a 1-bedroom, 1 bath each unit, and then but then the second floor has the added attic space that is full height. I mean, with some it's an attic full height. So it's not full, but it's an attic full height. You can walk there and it could be finished.
Yeah, you can walk down the center and look to the left and right, but it's got the cathedral ceiling, the slanted ceiling. You know what I mean? But it's good for cars or an exercise room or an office. You can do anything. And it's got 2 windows on the ends of the room up there.
Yeah. Okay. I see that. All right. Let me see if I have anything else. And then it's you and your wife that own it. Anybody else that owns the property?
No, not at all.
Got it. So it's just the 2 of you.
Right.
Okay.
We've had it for 34 years.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. What's making you kind of make the decision of now selling it?
Well, we're about 4 or 5 years retiring, and my daughter lives in Virginia, Alexandria. That's where we came from. Spending a week down there. And if I was to keep it and I moved down south, I would have to get a property manager, and I wouldn't get the money. In order for me to get the money I want to get now, it's going to take me another 10, 12 years. And I'm thinking of retiring 3 or 4 years. So I don't want to, I never thought I was going to sell because my father always told me, never sell. And he kind of was right because, like I said, the said, no, I've actually used that, refinance it, and I put my daughter through college with it.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. So now I'm like, okay, what do we need to keep this for? We don't really need to do this anymore.
You don't, and at the end of the day, it's kind of like you got to use it, over the past 4 years, like you mentioned, and it's time for you to, move on to Virginia, be with the family, and, live with, what you already kind of built up the past few years. So I get the bigger picture of everything here. So you have 2 kids. You have a son and a daughter. One in California, and the other one in Virginia.
Yeah, my daughter's in Virginia. She has a condo, 2 bedrooms, and she's gonna rent that out when she moves out. And her interest rate, you won't believe it. Because I'm always watching the interest rates, and she refinanced that condo for 1.75 interest.
Wow. I was gonna say 2% or something. For 1.75, that's insane. Especially right now where everything's at.
I have a 2.7 in my house when I'm living in now, and I've never seen it that low. But it didn't make sense for me to refinance my house. I have like 2 or 3 years, 3 years left on my house. So
yeah, that makes sense. That's fine.
Mine's at 2.5. She got one. I said, you guys lower than I started, and I'm the one that was looking out for you.
She knows the secret. That's so funny. But okay. So do you have a mortgage on this one?
This house, yes.
Yes. 40 hours.
92,000, I believe it is.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, 92, 94, roughly.
Okay, got it. Okay, so I think on my end, actually I didn't ask you, I'm just kind of looking here at all the questions that I need to ask. I didn't ask you if the basement was finished or not.
No, it is not. The basement is not finished, so it does have plumbing down there, but you could, and it has a side separate entrance.
Okay, it's side separate entrance. I did see that on the street.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And the reason why I kept it separate, because it used to be part of the first floor, they used to have access to it. But since I'm taking care of the furnace and the water heater, I didn't want anyone in town to access that. I wanted to keep it. So I closed off the kitchen. In the first floor, I closed it off, and I left the side door entrance only.
Okay. I see where you're coming from with this. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so let me do this. I think I have enough information to kind of help me work on getting an exact offer for you. I'm not sure if you and your wife are going to be around maybe like in the next 20 minutes or so. I just want to run this by my finance manager right before I kind of present you the offer, just to make sure everything looks good. Would you have maybe in another 20 minutes, a few more minutes?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna be outside for a little bit, but I'll have my headphones, so I'll hear you calling me. Hold on, my wife has a question.
So, Ella, hi,
Yes.
Ella, this is Maria.
Hi, Maria. Hi.
You're good. So, question, how long have you guys been in business, and, what is the process that you take your clients through when, this type of purchases as this?
Absolutely. So we've been in business. I started here probably back in 2018, and I think the business in general started probably like a couple years before that. I don't have the exact year, but probably like early 2000s. But what I can tell you is the process, like the overall process, right? So what's going to happen is I ask you pretty detailed questions, and then based on those detailed questions, we know, what the condition of the property is, how much it would cost to do any repairs, updates, or anything like that. If we need to, for example, in this case, we probably want to do central heat, central air, right? That's just one of the things that we typically want to do always, right? So I know that's how much it would cost us, and so on and so forth. So I grab all those details, I submit it over with my finance manager just to review the numbers a little bit more in detail. I see what the property qualifies for, and then I go and I present it over to the both of you. Now, the both of you say yes, the numbers make sense. Then the next step for me is that I would send out a pretty simple two-page agreement. It sounds like you might already have one. We're open to working with you and your attorney on that as well. You know, we can review it together, or if, you know, your attorney wants to review our contract, we can kind of do that as well. It really depends as to what you feel more comfortable working with. We're pretty flexible. The biggest thing for us is really just, you know, making sure that everybody is workable. You know, once you sign, we sign based on the agreement that we come up with, the next step is that we do basically our walkthrough inspection on the property. We already have a very detailed description of what the property kind of looks like, and then from there, we'll go out to the property. I know that right now there are tenants in the property. So I guess one of the questions that I'd ask you, and I'm sure that my managers can ask this as well, is how easy is it to access the property right now? Or is it, especially the first unit, because I know basically that's going through an eviction.
Yeah, the first unit, that would be tough. We do have pictures of the place. The second floor.
We were just in it maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We were just in it like a month ago. What happened was I changed the thermostat from the first floor to the second floor because it had the thermostat in the first floor. So I was able to go in and change, you know, move it from the first floor to the second floor. That was, you know, that we were able to do. So the second floor, we should have any problem.
Okay. Got it.
And that's the thing that we talked to the other investor was, I mean, and if that's up to you, I know that it's not, but my wife is not. They're very nice, elderly couple, and he works as a chef.
They're never home.
And they're never home. She works as a living caretaker, so she's away like for 10 days, and she comes back for 2 days. So really nice couple, and that's what we were saying. That, you know, if you could, you know, but if not up to us, so that's a good work by the property.
Plus, yeah, we thought there's not really an issue with that. It'll be over in February, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the closing cycle for this type of transaction.
So that would be actually my next ideal question, right? So typically, you know, we're open to working with the tenants if they want to stay. Obviously, in this case, one has, you know, an eviction that's pending, so that's, you know, better for us if that unit's vacant. The second unit, it sounds like the tenant is going to be moving as well. So in this case, we would want to see property fully vacant. And at that point, once it's fully vacant, then we can go ahead and schedule the closing. So it really depends on that. So it sounds like to me that it would be closer to February, as long as, you know, the unit one, it has fully moved, right? I guess my biggest concern, well, you do have pictures of the first floor.
Right, yeah.
Would you feel comfortable moving forward, whether that's with us or the other investment company or whoever you end up working with? Would you feel comfortable moving forward with an offer, despite the fact that we probably can't get access to that first unit, but we wouldn't be able to close onto that unit if fully vacant? Or are you waiting for that unit to be vacant for you to figure out the eviction process and then make a decision on an offer?
Like we wouldn't, our preference is to get the property sold as soon as we can, but we're not like rushing to sell it. So either way for us would work. Yeah, the first quarter of 2023 is fine. Like we said, we're not really looking to retire tomorrow, but we want to, sell it.
Yeah. Okay. No, I get where you're coming from. So I mean, we are open to doing everything with, you know, while you're going through the eviction process. You know, we're okay with the pictures. We would still want to do like the walkthrough inspection after the tenants or after the eviction happens, and, you know, everything like that happens as well. Just to kind of finalize everything. But we on our end, we would feel comfortable going into an agreement, knowing what's going on with the first floor unit. That was my the reason, I guess, that maybe you didn't go into an agreement with the previous investor?
We're still talking to them.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, because I know their company is a group of investors, and they have to vet out all the properties, and, and everybody has to.
He did actually come to see it,
Yeah.
and the first floor, the tenant wasn't home at the time, but I sent the pictures from the first floor. But he actually contacted me.
So whoever makes the best offer, that's the
I gotcha.
Yeah, that's why I was asking you, what is the property schedule?
No, I mean, I understand. It's understandable. You want to be able to do the first floor, and you think, it's not like it's destroyed or anything. We're not moving it. No, it's not. But, and I can, there's ways to get in there. I mean, I can actually have a recess for it if I wanted to and get in there. And, I can say, need to check the heating system as far as the radiator goes. And the police will escort me in there. Say, hey, they need to check this because they have a problem with the heating system. It could be anything like that. And it could be done. So if we really want to do it, the inspector, we have to check, and then, she can't say no.
Yeah, that's I get where you're coming from. Yeah, especially since there's one furnace for both units.
Right. Well, that I understand. I would never, say, hey, we have a contract, and you're not going to do the first floor. That's not very reasonable, and of course not. You would definitely have to do the first floor and inspect, what the condition is. But like I said, last time I was there 3 weeks ago, it was the same thing. The same way it was, the paint, nothing was destroyed.
Okay. So actually, well, now that you bring that up, is it possible if I give you my email for you to send over the pictures of the first unit as well?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Then again, I should text it to you, or I should give it to you right now over the phone?
Yeah, just you could text it to me. You have my number, right? You rather have it in email, or you have it text? So it depends on how many pictures I send. Sometimes it'll say the files are too big. You're gonna have to take some files out, but then I'll have to send a couple of emails. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
do you have it on your phone?
I have it on my phone.
Okay, I'll give you. I'll send you a text. I'll send you a text message on. Is this the cell phone?
Yes. And I can send you pictures of the second floor too. Yeah,
okay, perfect. Oh, that would be even better. Yeah, that would help us a lot more. Even though I have a pretty good idea based on what you shared with me, I think pictures are, if you already have them handy, that makes it a lot easier. I will text you on this number so that you have my direct line for you to send over the pictures, and then from there I can speak with my finance manager in regards to the numbers a little bit more and everything, and then we can kind of go from there. Tony and Maria, any questions that you might have for me about anything so far? That was a good question, by the way, Maria. I appreciate that because that opened up into a lot more of understanding the bigger picture for both of you.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that will be the only thing. Whatever if the offer sounds good and we're ready to move forward, we already have our lawyer in place. We already spoke to him, and he pretty much told us that typically the seller prepares the contract. So I know that the other company that we were dealing with, they were going to be preparing the contract for us, but then I changed my mind and I told them no, that we will be doing it. So it's just something to clarify. Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And if your attorney already has honestly, almost all contracts are basically the same thing. It's just a matter of kind of looking at the key points. So if your attorney already has an agreement that he has drafted up for both of you, and we come to an agreement on the numbers and all that, we can definitely have him draft whatever he has to, and then we'll review it and we'll communicate with him if there's any changes that need to be done and so on and so forth. But yeah, that wouldn't be an issue for us.
And like my husband said, just like what the stipulation is that it's as is, only because the price that we have is pretty fair. So,
And we had a really good agent that was contacting. She still has been contacting her. But then we have to, of course, you have to pay for the big fees. And we're trying now. We're saying, well, maybe we should go with just investor. Let the board be. We already have our attorney, so we don't really need
to deal with another third party.
another third party, and you have to pay those fees too. So that was why we're looking more to investors. Yeah, investors contacting us, and let's go with that.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if you have an investment property, and I mean, typically, a company like us or like the other investors, that's what we're looking for, right? If it was, a house that was going to be sold maybe to somebody that is going to go and live in it, that's a little bit different, right? But this, I can tell you, I think what you're sharing with us, it's going to be an investor that's going to be buying the property, right? For the most part. But yeah, I see where both of you are coming from. I'll text you, Tony, my direct phone so that you can shoot me pictures there. And then I'll run this through with my manager and see, what numbers we can kind of come up to. And then we'll go from there. Anything else in the meantime?
No, we have your number. If we have any other questions that we can think of, we'll text it to you.
Sounds like a plan. I appreciate that, Maria. I appreciate that, Tony. It was a pleasure speaking with you, and I feel like going hiking sometime soon. Not right now because it's cold, but probably wait for the next few months.
Let's go ice hiking. There's a place in Pennsylvania that you can go ice hiking with a group of attorneys.
Yeah, believe it or not, I did. I went basically quote unquote ice hiking in the at Mount Canyon as well. It was freezing. Yeah, it was. I learned my lesson not to. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. So I learned my lesson not to do it again. So I don't know. I'll stay away from it for now. but we'll stay in touch. All right.
All right, then. All right.
Okay. Take care. Bye.